Hello, everybody, and welcome to Joker's Wild Wednesday. And I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Beer Reviews, and I have a product. Thank you, Mo. Mo sent this to me from Arizona. This is Four Peaks Kilt Lifter Amber Ale. And it's been on the market a good while. This company's been around, a couple of decades, close to 30 years now. It's a Scotch style amber ale, they say. 6% alcohol, sold in bottles and cans and on draft. And it is from Arizona. Contains wheat, Tempe, Arizona. Okay. We are within the freshness date here. There's an amber ale for you. I'll do a screen share and show you the website in case you're interested. So they say this is their flagship beer. 6% alcohol, 12 bitterness units. Mo also sent me the Wow Wheat, Desert Daydream, Hop Knot, and I believe he sent me one other. As you can see, they have a number of locations. You can take tours. And it should be a lot of fun. All right. So you had a little head of foam there, a little cream colored head. Like I say, it's amber and it's clear, a clear beer. Now there is some sediment, I'll admit. There is some, well, actually it's quite a bit of sediment. Shockingly, it's chunks throughout, and some of them are not so small. So see if you can pick this up. I mean, you can see through the beer, but oh yeah, look at all those chunks. Now, I don't know what that is floating around. And I think if I do a swishing pour, it's going to cloud it up even more. Hello, beer man. I'm going to finish watching the video from earlier today later on. I don't have time now, but I will watch the replay, see what everything y'all were drinking. Oh, thank you. Okay. If anybody wants to join, you got the link, so join in. Okay, my friend David can't join tonight. He's got a scheduling conflict, which I could understand. That happens sometimes. He sent me a text that he can make it. All right, so the aroma, you get that kind of toffee, toast, bread toast, toffee, which you get with Scotch ales like Old Chub from Oscar Blues. This is not going to be as good as Old Chub, but it's all right. I don't know why they got this thing about they want to add wheat to everything that they make. Maybe they got a deal on wheat. But But it's a nice tasting beer. It's not amazing, but it's enjoyable. There's the beverage ramble leaving the room.
Hi.
Saying hi.
Hello.
Saying
Hi,
hello.
everybody. Hello. Good evening. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Everyone across North America and around the world. So, what you got tonight? Oh,
I have
the kilt lifter. Okay.
Four Peaks Kilt Lifter from Tempe, Arizona, 6% alcohol, 12 bitterness units.
All right. Hold on. I'm trying to find this thing. I don't know if it has a website. It should. Not shame on them. I think I've brought this before. Jay, maybe you could find it.
Yeah, that's all right. Show us what you have, and then we'll worry about that.
So tonight, Molson Triple X, super premium beer. I probably bought this before. Another wild card, whatever it is.
7.2, right?
Correct. 7.2% ABV right here. Well, it says 7.3 on this one.
Oh, 7.3. I'm sorry, I had it wrong.
So
Molson Triple Export.
Yep. Super premium, I guess. Very popular in the Northeast. You can get this a lot in the Northeast. And I've got a lot of this here where I am, here in Georgia.
Guess how many stores in Louisiana sell it?
0.
You're right.
Which is a damn shame because Louisiana and all its diversity and all the people who live down there. You know, like what the hell is going on?
Not diverse with that one.
Yeah, so. Hi, Sabrina, if you're watching. Hi, baby.
Hello, Sabrina. And no, I do not think you're a teenage witch.
So there it is tonight, what I have. Very hard to describe. It is kind of the balance. It's not, I guess you can say it is in between a extra strong lager, extra strong beer. It's not a high gravity beer. It's not it is a lager, extra strong lager, but get some of the notes that of the aromas they come on the nose is like woo. It smells a bit boozy. I think you are drinking a malt liquor, but you're not. So ice cold. Of course, I've had this before we started, and then I put it in the refrigerator before I got out of the shower. What a day it's been today. Very hot day here in the ATL area. So
yeah,
it's a very corny aroma and whatnot. So do I give my description or wait?
We'll come back. I'm trying to help find what you're looking for, but it's not looking too promising.
Yeah, I mean, even the Molson.
They didn't even have it listed on the
Molson website. No,
Molson Coors website.
Shameful, unfortunately.
And then their nutrition area is not working. That I have the list. Let's see. It might, but I don't think it's going to work. I was trying to find something the other day, and okay, finally came up. Well, I guess I got it updated. That's not updated. That's 3 years old. Okay. All they tell us, I'm not going to show this because it's just a spreadsheet. I'll read it, okay?
All right.
It says, and this is a 3-year out-of-date spreadsheet showing Keystone Ice. Yeah, okay. But I'm sure they haven't changed Molson Triple Export. It says North American style specialty lager, 7.3% alcohol. They use water, barley malt, yeast, corn syrup, and hop extract. Water, barley malt, yeast, corn syrup, and hop extract. So your typical American adjunct lager, but it's just coming in with higher alcohol. So what are you eating tonight? Show the audience.
Just had a hot dog with some chili and some onions.
Oh, okay. So you're into health food, I see. Well, that's good. Don't ever doubt it, folks. Sean is a health food nut.
Yes, I am.
And I am too. That's why I had some great value jalapeno potato chips today. Now, and I went to Taco Bell for lunch. So don't tell me I don't like health food.
Yes, it is.
And I had a double stack taco. Thank you very much. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think his mustache was this. That's not really the compliment. That's not the look I'm going for, honestly.
No, that's not what you want. No, sir. Oh, sir.
And he didn't wear glasses except to read. All right. Anyway, thank you, but no thank you. Okay. Anyway, I look more like Joseph Stalin, but I can't get my. I need a bushier mustache. Okay. And not trim it every Thursday. Okay. Anyway. All right. So let me finish pouring this. People always tell me I look like David Spade. I say David Spade.
Yeah, a little David Spade. Yeah. They had a mustache at one point, you know.
See what I have to put up with? Okay. See what I got to tolerate to do this channel? Okay. Oh, yeah, it's full of sediment. This thing is sediment galore. Look at all that stuff. It looks like glitter.
It does. It does. Yeah, it looks a lot of it inside. Yeah.
This stuff has some
IPA, you know.
This has some junk in the trunk. All right. Now, my friend David, he can't join tonight. He's got a scheduling conflict. But he sent me a text, and unfortunately, he can't join. All right.
Dave, we miss you.
Taste.
Cheers. I got something I can read about Molson, but we'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay. So you get your bready hop. Yeah, I mean your bready malts, brown bread crust. That little twang you get from these amber ales, the little twang you get from Scottish ales, Scottish style. Medium body, dry finish. It's about 2.5 out of 5 sugar cubes, 1.5 out of 5 hop cones. Is not bitter. This is their flagship beer, so it's the one they really push heavily. It's no Old Chub. Now I love the Oscar Blues Old Chub. That's a little bit better, but I can't get Old Chub. I haven't seen Old Chub in Louisiana in probably 8 years. So
why is that, Jay? I mean, Oscar Blues, knowing it's you know, you're in, you know, near Colorado, and then of course you got the brewery here in close by North Carolina.
Nah, they
pretty good. I don't understand.
They pretty much exited Louisiana. But we don't get Four Peaks at all unless somebody sends it to you, which most send it to me. I really do like this beer. I'm going to give it a high score. It's one of those beers, like, you ever notice some of these beers, every time you try it, it's a little different.
Yep.
So this is different again, but it's different on the good side. So I'm really enjoying it right now. Delicious. Could be something to do with the heat. Maybe any beer would be good right now. But no, it really has a good flavor. So good job, Four Peaks. Your only problem is you need to come to Louisiana, and I'm not joking about that.
Yeah. So kind of weird. You know, again, as diverse this city is, as diverse that area is, the people, the tourism who all flock to New Orleans, Louisiana, and you know, I'm shameful that they don't have more beers like that.
We get more Central American beers than beers from out west,
like Tona and
Farina and Port Royal and stuff like that.
Yeah. I definitely see Port Royal here.
Gallo,
of course, you know. So
Famosa, I mean.
Yeah, you know, the rooster, the red rooster. So, Molson Triple X, interesting beer. If you look at all the beers, high gravity, extra strong beers has been around forever. You know, obviously come in different forms, different shapes. Of course, we know the strong beers, and we do Jay here in the States. You know, Colt
Yeah.
45. You know, Mickey's. You know, Old English and whatnot, and King Cobra. And then, of course, it's the high gravity. This is not a high gravity beer. This is, to me, you know, at best, kind of in between. You know, where it's like it's stuck at 6, like just like with King Cobra. It's like it's not high gravity, it's not in between. It just kind of suits that perfect balance. This is what I have here. This beer is brewed to be a strong tasting lager using extra malt and hops in the brewing process and fermented to give a smooth, slightly sweet and balanced beer. Now, it does have a slight sweet finish to it. Going down, but you do get the extra strong malt in this. You know, it's reasonably priced. There was a special when I got this at Kroger, two for $5. Couldn't beat that price, so I went ahead and bought it. At Kroger, of all places. Here's what the beer looks like again. Super cold again, folks. A higher ABV. The wisest decision is to put this in the freezer. Please do that. Even as though it's not at 8%, but still you want to put this in the freezer, make sure it's really cold. You don't want to drink this at any refrigerated temperature. Yes, maybe refrigerated, because I did put it in the refrigerator before we started because it was in the freezer for a while. And but you don't want to drink this at come out of the refrigerator, because it is so, the strength of this beer will catch up to you quite quickly.
Yeah, and I don't think they sell this beer in Canada, because I'm looking at the Liquor Control Board of Ontario and they're not showing it.
Surprise, surprise. All right, cheers, everybody. As you can see, you get the sweetness of this. You definitely get the extra malt and the bit of the hops that they use in this. I don't buy this a lot. Like when I moved up here, I mean, I was getting this maybe every so often on the weekends, just to have, just to sip on. And I put it in my cooler, especially when I was staying with my uncle in Douglasville. And on Saturdays, I would stop at the Kroger, or that was the only place I was finding. Or a few other places, and we'll keep it in my cooler. And some Saturdays, remember the first Saturday, I just remember the first Saturday when I moved up here. That Saturday weekend, I was where did I go? I had gone to a park. It was trying to get familiar with the area. I had, before I gone to my brother's house, my younger brother, just to visit him, just to kind of get around, because I was excited about me being here, and I remember I had this in my cooler, and I stopped at a park, and they had something going on. I think some music festival, something was happening, and I remember just sitting there and just kind of popped open this and started sipping on this. It was late in the afternoon. It was a perfect day, and enjoying myself. I said, "Hey, this is all right. This is a good beer." I've had it before. Only time I would get this if I would go home to Jersey, and I would find a triple X. And
right now you can handle that 24-ounce can, right?
Yeah, I can handle. Yes.
Would you think that a person would make a big mistake if they tried to drink 2 of those cans?
Yes, I think that would be a big, huge disaster, which I would not recommend. And good thing the place I was at, it was not far from where my uncle was staying, so I was able to make my way back to the crib and shower and get ready to go back to work the next day. New week, new work week.
All right, so show that can one more time. This premium lager.
It was fun. It was fun. But yeah, if you can get this, I know our good friend Jeff Lyons, since he doesn't drink as much as he doesn't drink any longer. I remember he talked about this beer quite a bit, that he can get this where he was.
Yeah, and he back in the 1980s. In the 1980s, he used to get a milder, like about 6%er called Molson Brador.
Yeah.
But they don't make Brador anymore. They don't make Molson Brador.
And what was another? There's another. Is this one? There was another Molson export. Not this one, right? Was there another
There's
Molson
export
beer?
ale. Export ale.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know we don't get that one.
Yeah, and that I haven't seen here in my area, and when I go home, I don't see it. When I go up to Jersey, I don't see it. So, just kind of weird.
Now we have Chainsaw Diamond.
So, hello, Chainsaw Diamond.
Hello there. How you guys doing?
Fine.
Good.
A little bit tired from working 8 hours today, but I'm all right.
You have to learn the wonders of the afternoon power nap.
I was sleeping a little bit.
Oh.
I did take a little bit of a nap. Yeah.
Yeah, I get up early too. Not as early as you, but
I'm pretty sure that's true.
usually around 3:30, 4 o'clock, the futon calls me, and I love that 45-minute power nap. It just
Always important.
oh yes,
Always
yes.
important, Claude.
So anyway, I went in the refrigerator. I said, "Oh my gosh, it's what is it? Free Fall Wednesday? What is
Joker's Wild.
Yes?" And I said, "I've got to find a beer because all I had was Coors, and I have a 24 pack of Hams I'm trying to finish, which I've discovered Hams beer. I never had it before. Gosh, do I love that beer! I love the price, and I think the quality is fantastic. But I went way in the back of the refrigerator, where the yogurt is with the moldy green stuff on top.
Oh,
And I went in there and I discovered a beer, one of my favorite beers I didn't know I had or I forgot, a Bunny with a Chainsaw.
Oh, yeah, you brought that a good while ago, about a year ago.
And it's 8.2% alcohol by volume. I always get this is from a California brewery called Paperback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's a 4-pack. It's about $16-17. I mean, it's a little on the pricey side, considering I can get 24 cans of Hams for $13.99. And every now and then you spoil yourself. And so I thought, let me grab this because this is just a wonderful beer. Trader Joe's is the only place I can find this.
Really?
Unfortunately, my Trader Joe's, the two of them I go to, I ain't seen nothing lately. Ugh.
Yeah, it's pitiful. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I spoke to. Okay, go ahead, Claude. I'll talk.
no, it's go ahead, talk.
Well, I was there, and the gentleman, when I said, what's going on, the beer section was said, well, for whatever reason, they began to kind of shrink their beer section because we're getting more wines. More people are buying wines at the store than they're buying beer. So we kind of did the wine section than the beer section.
Yeah, I've gone to the Trader Joe's in California and in Colorado, where I am right now, and it's just a little section over by the bathrooms, way in the back in the corner. Trader Joe's are all about the same, and the wine section is about 15 times the size of the beer section.
Yeah, it's true. You're right. They just decided that beer was not where the money was. Okay, I'm going to show you. When we do the screenshot, I'll show you the limited website. Doesn't show much, but I'll show you. You want to read this, Claude? Bunny with a Chainsaw?
Bunny with a Chainsaw. Let's see. He's a furball from hell with a big thirst for hops. This double hazy IPA is exploding with Idaho 7 and El Dorado hops, giving off dank. What's a dank? Flavors of mango, pine, and citrus bubblegum. But don't let his cuteness fool you. He'll cut you to pieces. If you go to their webpage, Ron, I put it in the private chat for you. They actually have a comic strip there of this. They've really done some amazing stuff with the marketing on this. Oh, there you go.
Comic strip. Okay, hold on a second.
Okay. If you like hoppy, citrusy, this is not your father's Budweiser, okay? This is a lovely, you know you're drinking something special here. There it goes. Yeah. And it's a whole story. It's really smart marketing. Mom, Dad, I'm home, and take the children out of the room. And basically, the farmer kills the little bunny's family, and so the bunny with a chainsaw seeks revenge. And ergo was bunny with a chainsaw has been created. A pretty cute a pretty smart marketing. I mean, it's a marketing aside, all the marketing in the world. Look how much Budweiser or all of them or Bud Light spend on the Super Bowl and all that stuff, and it's still basically it's a good beer. It's not a memorable beer. This is a memorable, special, once in a while. You want to treat yourself special. This is a great beer. It's he's right. 8.2. I will need another nap. You're right. This is a sipper. Okay, this is not a hot summer gulper. By the way, speaking of Ron, I just watched you did a video with your daughter and her friend on Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. My God,
Yeah.
Oh man, did I want to go out and get a 6-pack? Talk about the power of suggestion that you have over your audience. I love Sierra Nevada, and I haven't had one in a long time. And I saw that video, and I said, "Oh man, do I want a 6-pack of that stuff now?"
Oh yeah, we did that one in the kitchen, and they look like they really liked it, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, I think they were very open-minded. It sounded like your daughter's not a big fan of IPAs, but she was.
No, they were trying. But they were interested, at least.
This is, I mean, you wouldn't know this is an 8.2. This is it's so flavorful. The hops is very smooth. Sometimes you get that hoppiness. It's like it hits you with a sledgehammer. It's so biting. I wonder what what is it
38.
called?
I think they said 38, so it's low.
Let me ask you, Claude, for that IPA. Is it kind of sort of a bare knuckles? Is it sort of kind of a New England East Coast style?
Yeah, it is. It's a hazy. Yeah.
It's a hazy.
It's not as fruity, right? Or is it?
It is.
You can taste the citrus comes through, but it's
not overly too fruity.
Right. It's blended. It's homogenized. What's the word I'm looking for? It just it enhances it. It doesn't overpower it.
Some of that in the 8.2%, I guess looks reasonable because
that's high.
Jay and I talked about some of these fruity IPAs right now. Or hazy, they're going way overboard.
Oh yeah, they're getting me down. They're getting me down.
I know. I'm with you on that, man.
You give me a Coors out of the freezer for 10 minutes on a hot August day, I'm a happy camper, man. Or a Miller High Life.
I was at work today, and the guy that I work with said, when I leave here, I'm getting 2 suitcases of Bud Light, and I'm buying some Mickey's wide mouths. And tomorrow, I'm going to...
Grenades, right?
The 12 ounce. He called them big mouths, but I think it's wide mouths. He said, I'm going to sit inside all day. I'm not going out in that heat. He's got a day off tomorrow. I said, I can't blame you for that. I mean, it's 97 right now.
Yeah, it was hot today. Extremely humid today here in the Georgia area. And as I left work, I came home. This is my first beer I've had today, the Molson Triple X. I haven't had nothing else. And
only thing I drank earlier was Pacifico.
Of course, I had water. Of course, you can't go wrong with H2O, cold water.
Right. I had Pacifico and a little bit of that Lindemann's wine. 70 degrees, huh?
50 this morning.
Oh, sounds like Louisiana in December. Okay. Now let's do some promos here. I got to give my score. I'm going to give this a 93. It's really good.
Put Claude's info. I have it on.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Bunny with a chainsaw.
Yeah, you got Padres and Pirates on FS1.
I was watching that before we came on. It was
Yeah.
2-1 when I turned it off.
And then I'll be tuning in and watching the Olympics. I saw some of the competition today at work. They had the TV on, and
Claude, that's 8.2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
especially the track and field.
Sean, what's the score? Right, it was 2-1 when I turned it off. What is it?
Right now I'm watching something else. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go turn it on in a minute. Okay, so as far as kilt lifter, I'm gonna go with a 93. I think it's most excellent, and I wouldn't have said that a month ago. A month ago, I was saying it was very good, but not, but things change, people change.
People change.
Right.
Changes.
People change.
All
Expose.
right. So now, as far as promos, now as far as show and tell, I just have the WD Liquors rum, John's favorite thing, clear rum, and it's been doing pretty well in the taste challenges. But when I started bringing in some of the heavy hitters like Bacardi and Castillo, I couldn't make it. But
Bacardi,
you got Ron Rico coming up. Ron Rico.
I got Ron Rico coming up. I've got Ron Rio coming up. I've got
Cruzan,
aged rum.
Ooh.
Don Q,
Cristal.
No Mount Gay.
No, I've got Captain Morgan white rum.
A good rum, Mount Gay. Oh man,
Captain Morgan white rum. I've got Aristocrat. I've got I got a lot. I got a lot coming. All right, so I've been doing those taste challenges. I got kicked out of I was disqualified as a beer tuber.
Yeah,
I read that.
Jay, that's a bunch of nonsense. I don't
Unfair.
get that channel. I don't get that at all. What you've done and how you started the channel and how everybody has followed. Yeah, but you have to diversify. You have to do different things.
Well, I got kicked out of BeerTube because he said that my content was like 50-50, like 50% beer and 50% liquor, wine, and other political videos and all. I said, okay, fair enough. But if I had still been considered a beer tuber, which I'm not considered a beer tuber anymore, I'm in exile. But if I had been considered, I would be number 3 in the English-speaking world. But anyway.
The ultimate judge is your audience, and you've got a big following.
Yeah.
People love this casual, fun atmosphere that you've created. Keep, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
I'm not going to fix it. But anyway, so as a former beer tuber, I'll say that we have next Wednesday. Funny though, I keep doing beer reviews like every day. But anyway, next Wednesday we have warm weather beer.
Ooh, that's subjective, right?
Oh, God.
Any beer you think would fit hot weather? It's really, I should say hot weather beer, not warm weather. It's hot. Well, unless you're in Colorado,
like those summer shandies and things like that.
Unless you're with Claude, and it's chilly.
Shandy,
any beer that you think is good for hot weather.
Cheladas. I got my chelada, and I will bring it next week.
I hadn't thought of that. Now that's a good idea. Any hot weather beer? I got to think about this. I have to think about this.
It's 3.5%. Cheladas. That should be perfect. Some of these,
You're right. So any beer that you think would fit warm weather, hot weather, really hot weather. So you don't have to, no one has to send me a text or an email asking me, is this appropriate? What you think is appropriate for hot weather is going to work. So you be the judge. I'm not going to determine that. So if you tell me, well, I have a Russian Imperial Stout from Lithuania, I'm going to say, well, that's sort of bizarre, but if that's what you think is good for hot weather. All right. Then this Friday we have Fandango Friday, liquor or liqueur, and I've got
liquor already.
I've got my Rich and Rare apple.
I've had that. I've had the Rich and Rare apple.
got me a full size bottle for $7.99.
Wow.
That's a
That's
deal,
a
right?
How do you sleep
Deal.
at night?
Sale of the century.
I sleep fine, especially with my little rich and rare apple. And then Sunday we have Super Sunday. Anything you want to bring, beer, wine, or liquor. I have a beer to bring, so Super Sunday. All right, that's all I have to say. See y'all again on Fandango Friday.
All right. Here's my score for Molson Triple X. A good extra strong beer. It'll catch up to you, folks. If you drink this, again, it's a super duper cold. Please put this in a freezer for a good while. Let it do what it needs to do. Super cold. Yes, it's 7.3%, but yes, it feels like extra strong beer that's around 8%. So the colder, the better. Well made, well done. A bit too heavy, a little bit, even for me at 7.3%.
Yeah.
And I rather have a run-of-the-mill Keystone Light or maybe Budweiser or whatever, just to make me happy, and I'll be suited with that. So, but overall, for this, I will go 87 out of 100 for the Molson Triple X.
A good beer. Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh.
So that's a good product to have.
Is that Canadian or New York?
Well, it's supposed to be Canadian, but they make it in the United States.
Yeah, they do. So either in Chicago, Denver, I'm guessing. Don't they have or Montreal? I'm guessing they make it in Montreal.
Oh no, I mean they might be making that one in Fort Worth, Texas, or Albany, Georgia.
Right. By the way, even though Molson, of course, have their offices in those three cities: Denver, Chicago, Montreal, Quebec, and so. But in terms of brewing it could be, like I said, Albany, Georgia, a slew of other places, somewhere in New York as well, somewhere up in
wherever Molson or Coors has a brewery. But I don't think they make it in Canada, and I do not think they sell it in Canada.
No. But I'm just saying the headquarters.
Oh yeah, the office. It's the office. Yeah, office where you go work in an office. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah. So Molson Coors, of course, involved with everything Molson beer, all the Coors beers, Keystone, Coors, Banquet, you name it.
Yeah, Molson has two owners.
Yeah. So
the Coors family and the Molson family. It's a 50-50 partnership.
Yep.
50-50 down the line.
Yeah. So they need to update their website and add more stuff, or the stuff they're adding, or update their materials.
Yeah.
Or stuff that they have, you think they got rid of. Oh, do we still have Molson Triple X in our portfolio? Yes, you do. Update it. Add it to your system. Add it to your.
Y'all are becoming like Pabst. You don't even know what your own products are.
Exactly. As far as promos, I haven't really done a lot of beer reviews, guys. I still got one beer to review. I did the Bergdorf, their grapefruit radler or fruit flavored beer. That was the last review I've done. I haven't done anything else. I still got the other beer. I just been, like I said, been very exhausted. It's been killing it at work, doing a lot of things. So I will probably get on it this weekend in a very limited capacity. I have some things coming up the next couple of days, couple of weeks. I'm going to be in and out of town. I will join you for Fandango Friday. I already got my liquor already. It is a bourbon, so I already got that.
Oh, good.
6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific for that. I repeat, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Watch that. And for Super Sunday, I'll have something. I don't know what it is. It won't be nothing from Trader Joe's, because Trader Joe's is quite depressing.
I know. Every time I go there, I'm like, why did I waste my time even getting off the interstate and stopping here? I feel like
Now, let me add something here. Then what Trader Joe's does that very few distributors do. They allow you to break apart any of their 6-packs. So you see a new beer, you can break it apart and try it before you spend your hard-earned money on a 4-pack of beer you may not like. So
there's a 12-pack of a summer beer from Allagash, and I wanted to break it apart. They only had like maybe 4 or 5 or 8 cases I saw. A summer ale or something from Allagash, based in Allagash bases in Vermont, I believe it is. Jay, Allagash,
Something like that. But the
Allagash.
thing about it, but Claude, they got to have something to break apart.
Oh, they're all in Trader Joe's. It's usually 6-packs.
Yeah, they're
But
posted beers, or their drive-through, or the Trader Jose light, or their dark, or their lager.
The Trader Joe's I've seen, they still have 40, 50 different kinds of beers still there.
no, not around here.
Oh, okay. They've really shrunk it by you
Oh
guys.
yeah, it's sickening.
Do you have the supermarkets where you can they sell the singles? You buy a 6-pack, a little paper 6-pack holder.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Kroger still does it. Ingles still does it. Kroger's does it for about it's $10.99 to do a 6-pack. Pick your pick 6. Ingles does it. It's $11.99 to do a pick 6.
Food Lion does it in North Carolina, stuff like that. And then you always see. Do you ever notice the singles area of the beer they couldn't sell, or someone else broke a 6-pack apart, and they break them apart and put a little white tab on them and put them on the shelves. You got to be careful, though. I learned this from you, Ron, because a lot of those beers are old or expired.
Old.
Yes.
You don't want that.
Yeah, absolutely. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'll give this I always mark, would I buy it again? Absolutely. I'll give this a 96. This is a unique beer. It's a flavorful, refreshing. It's a sipper beer, not a gulper beer. Not at $17 a 4-pack. Yeah, it's a little pricey. It's not something. It's when you had a good week and you want to treat yourself special and you want something a little different. This is just a wonderful IPA, a little high on the alcohol side. Also, you can't drink. You don't want to drink more than maybe 2, I guess. Depends on your body weight, and you're hopefully not driving or anything. But it's a great beer. It's got the citrus. It's got the IPA. If I had to compare it to Sierra Nevada, like Utah, it's nowhere. Sierra Nevada, boy, that what do they use that to make that juniper berry comes through real strong. Is it juniper or something really strong comes through that Sierra Nevada? What is it, Ron? There's a spice.
You're talking about the pale ale?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they use any kind of adjuncts. They just use water, barley malt, hops, and yeast.
It's something that when I tasted it, something could. But this is just smooth, a really smooth. This is an enjoyment. It's really a unique beer. Not the kind of beer you drink every night, but once in a while, and treat yourself well, gentlemen. Always a pleasure. Thank you.
No problem, Claude.
Cheers. And now, any promos?
Saturday, I'll be doing Beer with Claude, where we get out our favorite beer and just do what we do well, chat and solve all the problems of the world.
Excellent. And I have watched that sometimes and made comments.
It's kind of different. It's not so. I do talk about the beer and I review it, but I love the social aspect of getting people together. Most people are in their homes or whatever, and just talking about business and a little bit of not too much politics. People get argumentative when you do too much.
Oh yeah, you get so angry.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing. Can't have conversations, and somebody has a different opinion. Okay, you're entitled to it. It's okay. I'm wrong sometimes, not often. No, I'm wrong a lot. That's my wife.
I don't get angry talking about politics, but I seem to have a talent for making people get angry.
I make people get angry when I correct them with facts. And people seem to not like facts anymore. It's all emotional.
Facts are for losers.
Yeah.
Opinions are for winners. Facts are for losers.
You know, it's even the news today. Just a little side thing here. I was talking with my brother on the phone today. When did the news stop giving us facts and stop becoming so? When did the news start editorializing a left or a right opinion?
About 1981. I don't know.
You know, what happened to Walter?
It's become all about entertainment, personalities too.
What happened to Walter Cronkite and Huntley Brinkley?
Well, he was opinionated. You know, he used to try to pretend like he wasn't, but he was. Don't worry about that. He was very slick.
Walter Cronkite made faces. You know,
right. So he was better as a master manipulator than just like an overt. Now these guys today, they don't even try to be that. They just are out and about, loud, opinionated.
I listen to. Do you listen to NPR in the morning?
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes when I'm driving.
Sometimes, I mean, I always loved NPR because I always thought
morning edition. The morning edition is a good show. When they had Bob Edwards was on there. I really enjoyed listening to him. He had no political opinion. He was just the interviewer.
Yeah.
And
I love All Things Considered, the marketplace and stuff. But then NPR, for some reason, started to get one-sided politically, you know, and it's like just report the news. I'll make my own opinion.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Then if you get on Fresh Air, NPR's Fresh Air, they're very opinionated. All right, but anyway, that's it, I guess. So thanks everybody for watching, and it's been fun.
Where's the rest of the boys?
Well, David had something to do. He had a scheduling conflict.
Okay. NPR stinks and has stunk.
Yeah, for a while.
You know what? It's commercial free though. That's what's nice. It's relatively commercial free.
If you really want to get angry, listen to Pacifico Radio.
What is that?
Forget about that. Pacifico is
I've never heard of that.
Just give me regular NPR, I'll be fine.
Yeah, they're like National Socialist Workers Party radio. White Sox fan? What made me a White Sox fan? WGN.
Well, you know what? I hope there are people. They had a poll on the Dan Patrick Show about that. Do you want them to finally win, or do you want to go ahead to make history, break the record of what the Orioles had in 1988 in terms of their losing streak?
Right, but they won last night.
Yeah. So, but still, their farm system is pretty much gutted. That's pretty much what has happened to the White Sox. And again, I remember when they made their run with Ozzie Guillen in 2005, winning the World Series. It was great for Chicago. I know Jerry Reinsdorf, as much as he was the owner of the Bulls and he had success with them, he was a big baseball guy. And when the White Sox won in 2005, he was, to him, he said that meant more than the Bulls championship, which kind of surprised me when he said that, but hey, man,
When I first started watching the Chicago White Sox,
Hawk Harrelson.
They were it was Harry Carey was their announcer.
Harry Carey.
Okay.
Then the year after I started watching them, he switched to the Cubs. But when I first started watching the White Sox in 1981, Harry Carey was the announcer, and then he switched, and then I watched him with the Cubs. I would get home from school and watch him actually.
And then you had the radio. You had Jack Brickhouse, right?
Jack Brickhouse was with the Cubs until 1981.
Holy cow! I think she's going to make it.
Harry Brickhouse would say, "Hey, hey," but when Harry Brickhouse, not Harry Brickhouse, what was his name?
Jack Brickhouse.
Yeah, when Jack Brickhouse because the first year I started watching the Cubs, Jack Brickhouse was the announcer. I didn't know who these people were. They were on the TV. Brickhouse retired, and then Harry Carey jumped over to the Cubs to take his place. And then so the White Sox hired a replacement, and I don't know who that was, but they like
wasn't it Brickhouse used to do games for them for the White Sox?
No,
I know Carey, but those
no,
were
Jack Brickhouse. Jack Brickhouse.
White Sox.
Jack Brickhouse Jack Brickhouse was the Cubs announcer for a long, long time until the end of the '81 season.
Okay.
You remember Phil?
He retired, and then Harry Carey jumped from the White Sox over to the Cubs, and then somebody else took his place at the White Sox. But I used to get they would always show those games on WGN, so I would just lay there and watch them, And then Harry Carey's son was the announcer at the Atlanta Braves over there on TBS, WTBS, Superstation WTBS.
Right, that's right.
So, I met Phil Rizzuto, the scooter.
Really?
Yes, and he was a little guy. You can't believe he was a shortstop, I think, with the Yankees, and he became the announcer for the Yankees. For a long
really?
time.
I met Earl Campbell. Remember that running back, Earl Campbell?
Yep, for the Houston Oilers.
I met him. All right, we all take care, and have a nice evening, and see y'all Friday for Fandango Friday.
Fandango Friday. Yay.
Bye-bye, North America. Bye-bye, world.
Oh, and a shout out.